On 1987, a boy was born in a house with no hot water. Then 35 years later, the same man made the entire world cry. Hated by millions, loved by billions, global icon, the legend. And I want to start this story differently. Not with the Ballon d'Or, not with the World Cup. I want to start with a street in Rosario, Argentina, where a 4-year-old boy had one toy, and a grandmother who told him every single day, "You are going to be the greatest player who ever lived." The grandmother's name was Celia, and when she died, Messi was 11 years old. He has pointed to the sky every time he scores a goal ever since, every single one. Messi has never publicly said this out loud. In a formal interview, the sky-pointing gesture is widely known, but most fans assume it's a general religious habit. It has always specifically been for his grandmother, Celia, who died before she ever saw him play professionally. By age 6, every coach who watched him play said the same thing. They'd never seen anything like this. Lionel Messi grew up in a neighborhood called Las Heras in Rosario. His father Jorge worked in a steel factory. His mother Celia cleaned houses. They were not poor by Argentina's lowest standards, but they had nothing to spare. What they did have was a son who played football like it was breathing. By age 6, coaches at Newell's Old Boys, his local club, were already calling his mother asking permission to film him train. 6 years old.
In local youth tournaments, the opposing coaches would actually protest. They'd tell the referee that kid is too small, he can't be the age they say he is. They thought he was older. He was the opposite. He was the smallest kid on the pitch, but nobody could get the ball off him. Messi's childhood nickname at Newell's Old Boys was La Pulga, the flea. Opposing teams, literally, protested his age at youth games because they couldn't believe someone that small could play that well. The protest forms still exist in Newell's archives. At age 10, doctors told his parents their son would never grow past 5 feet, and treating him would cost more than their entire annual income. Every single month. The most important contract in football history was written on a paper napkin in a restaurant by a man who had just watched a 13-year-old train for 20 minutes. In the year 2000, a Barcelona scout named Charlie Rexach flew to Argentina to watch this kid that everyone was talking about. He watched Messi train for 20 minutes. 20 minutes. He immediately called Barcelona's board and said, "Sign this boy right now or I resign." The board hesitated. They said they needed more time, more evaluation. So Rexach sat down at a restaurant table, took a paper napkin, and wrote a contract offer promising Barcelona would pay for Messi's medical treatment, relocate his entire family to Spain, and give him a full professional contract when he turned 16. He signed it. The family representative signed it. It was legally binding. The napkin is real and still exists. It is currently on display at the FC Barcelona Museum. The full text reads, "In Barcelona, on the 14th December of 2000, and in the presence of Minguella and Horacio, Charlie Rexach, FC Barcelona's sporting director, commits, under his responsibility, and regardless of some opinions to the contrary, to sign the player Lionel Messi, provided we can keep to the figures agreed upon." Signed on a restaurant napkin because no proper paper was available. Messi made deal with Adidas? Well, Nike had Messi in their hands. They let him go. And it became the most expensive brand mistake in sports history. From 2007 to 2014, Messi won everything at Barcelona. 4 Champions Leagues, 7 La Liga titles, 3 FIFA World Player of the Year awards. From the outside, it looked perfect. Inside, it was the loneliest period of his professional life, because every summer he'd go home to Argentina, put on the national jersey, and lose. He missed a penalty in the 2011 Copa America. Argentina went out. He missed another key moment in 2015. Lost the Copa America final. Lost it again in 2016, this time on penalties. He walked off the pitch in tears, went to the microphone, and said, "I am retiring from international football." His teammates picked him up and carried him. The internet broke. Over 26 million tweets in 90 minutes. The most watched football match in history to that date. When Messi lifted the World Cup trophy, the first thing he did was look at his hands holding it, not at the crowd, not at the camera. Footage captured him mouthing something quietly. His wife Antonella, watching from the stands, later revealed he said, "I finally did it." Celia, his grandmother's name. The grandmother who died when he was 11. The one he points to the sky for every goal. I'm going to read you some of Messi's career numbers. and I need you to sit with each one before I move to the next. 8 Ballon d'Or awards. The next closest is 5. He has more than anyone else by 3. Let that land. 672 goals for Barcelona in 778 games. That's not a ratio. That's a disease. 44 hat tricks in his career. That means 44 separate occasions where he scored. 3 or more goals in a single game. Most Premier League players don't score 44 goals total in their career. In 2012, he scored 91 goals in a calendar year, a world record. In 1 year, 91 goals. Cristiano Ronaldo's best ever year was 69. The record Messi set in 2012 still stands today. In 2012, Messi scored 79 goals before December even started. He then scored 12 more in December alone to reach 91. Many of the matches in that record-breaking year, he was already rested for or played fewer than 90 minutes, meaning the record was set at partial capacity. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is being played in the United States, and the man who made the entire world cry in 2022 might be lacing up one final time on American soil. The 2026 World Cup is happening right now across the United States, Canada, and Mexico. And here is why every American fan needs to pay attention to this specific tournament. Lionel Messi is 38 years old. He is currently playing for Inter Miami in Major League Soccer, meaning he already lives and trains in the United States. He has hinted and his manager has confirmed that he is considering playing for Argentina in 2026. But here's the part. This channel is for business and wealth that matters more than any of other contents. Unlike most athletes at his level, Messi's wealth isn't built on lifestyle, it's built on ownership. A stake in Inter Miami is 10% ownership. A lifetime Adidas deal worth $1 billion. Business ventures most fans never hear about. The cars and the jet are what he bought with the money. They're not how he made it. If Messi plays in 2026, you are watching the final chapter. The defending champions. In America, with Messi trying to do what no team has done since Brazil in 1962, win back-to-back World Cups. This is a once-in-a-generation sporting moment, and it's happening in your cities. New York, Los Angeles, Dallas, Miami, Chicago. These stadiums will host World Cup matches. Messi may walk out onto those pitches wearing Argentina blue for the last time in his career. Messi has never confirmed he will play in 2026, but Inter Miami's head coach publicly stated in a press conference that Leo has not closed that door, not even slightly. Argentina FA president Claudio Tapia has also confirmed they are in ongoing conversations with Messi about 26. The decision, if it comes, will be the most watched football announcement in history. A boy from a house with no hot water. A kid whose own country's club said they couldn't afford his medicine. A man who lost 4 finals before he won 1. Who made the whole world cry when he finally did. That's the thing about Messi. The trophies are not the story. The story is everything he had to walk through to get there. If you want to see more stories like this, real ones, not highlight reels, subscribe.